The original title of the EPA's September 13th press release was subtitled, Testing Terrorized Sites for Environmental Hazards. The subtitle after the CEQ's revisions, Reassures Public About Environmental Hazards. The original draft of the EPA's September 16th press release noted several debris samples that showed levels of asbestos ranging from 2.1 to 3.3%, explaining that anything above 1% is defined as asbestos-containing material. Instead, when the statement was released, the CEQ had changed the wording. The debris samples were now described as containing small percentages of asbestos, slightly above the 1% trigger for defining asbestos material.
This was deleted from the draft. The concern raised by these samples would be for the workers at the cleanup site and for those workers who might be returning to their offices on Monday, September 17th.
On September 18th, EPA Administrator Christine Whitman released a sweeping statement clearly designed to get America back to work, saying, "Given the scope of the tragedy from last week, I am glad to reassure the people of New York and Washington, D.C. that their air is safe to breathe." But according to a report later issued by its Inspector General, the EPA's reassuring public statements that week were not based on science. They were based on White House policy.
The White House, the Council on Environmental Quality, EPA, and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration worked together on the press releases. The White House had the final word, so EPA did not feel that it had ownership of those press releases.
The White House Council on Environmental Quality is headed by James Connaughton, who is not a scientist. He had been appointed to his post by President Bush only months before 9/11. His previous experience? Representing large corporations in disputes about cleaning toxic waste sites, working against the EPA.
The air quality is safe and acceptable. And I know there are people that are concerned about it and people that are worried about it, but that's just the reality.
If the mayor says it's okay, then I believe him. It's okay.
I can't breathe. My throat is constantly sore. I have mercury in my system and God knows what else. And this is short term. What will happen 5 to 10 years from now? No one knows. Detective James Zadroga. But there are more living suffering than dead. Detective James Zadroga.